TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.
Up in here, take me out. VIP is where you find me. Hat to my nose, so you know I'm low key. High as a star, crew standing on the bar, singing on key.
Welcome to Talk Show Divas, streaming live to you from Douglasville, Georgia. I am your host. I'm Deb, and I'm gonna let my Divas sisters introduce themselves.
Cat Davis, Queen Diamond is what they call me.
All right now, Mahogany Blue.
So we want to welcome y'all today to the show. And we know you could be doing other stuff with your Sunday, but we are thankful to all our diva dolls and dudes for joining us today. We want to start out, we got a great show for you, but we want to start out by doing our diva dish, okay?
Yeah.
So what I want to dish about today is something that I found. Y'all ready, sisters?
Yes, I'm ready.
It is the first of Georgia. It is an extravagant, elaborate wedding for dogs. October 8th. They are selling tickets, and they had a wedding dress made for, I think it's Lucy, and actually I think the dog is Felix. I better find out. But yes, yeah, seriously, no lie. They have invitations. It's this massive event. It's an event of the season.
Well, I hope they have enough kennels to put the dogs in.
You know?
It's October 6th. And it's, anyway, it's a private affair, but it's not the first I heard. I've heard that people said, oh yeah, my friend went to one of those, and I'm like, what?
So were the owners attending with them, or did they drop them off?
No, no, they're attending.
I just want to know.
Yes,
so, Kat,
exactly.
Kat, tell me what you think about this. What you think about this dog wedding? I'm talking thousands of dollars for a dress for the doggy.
Listen, I think it's absolutely hilarious that people have nothing more to do than to spend thousands of dollars of money to have a wedding for dogs. Not saying that, you can't love your dog, you can't, because a lot of people treat their dogs like babies. Mm-hmm. And they say dogs are a man's best friend. But, I mean, come on now. You want to buy a wedding dress. And so there was a groom that had a tux on, too, of the doggy.
Yes, they had a tux. The dog fit for a tux.
Oh, my God. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. I know I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars.
Not at all.
Something like that. What are they going to do? Say vows? Bark?
Yes, they bark. Roof. They train them to bark. You know what? I get the fact of, like, some people, their animals are their kids, which I get it. But maybe, you have some people who can't have children, and so this is their thing. But for my thing, like, if you invite me to bring Simon LeBone, named after Simon from Duran Duran, to Lucy's wedding, do I have to bring a gift? Do I have to carry Simon? I mean, Simon's going to interrupt it because he does not shut up. I mean, do the dogs wear diapers while they're at the ceremony?
I
don't know.
I'm really concerned about the guest list. Okay, so
There'll be a bunch of dogs in there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the neighbors think about this, but I really would like to know who's on that guest list for this wedding. They sent out invitations.
Yes. Okay. They have a little doggy cake.
And a doggy cake.
Just like a regular wedding.
So in this wedding, were there chairs? And
yes.
Chairs for the owners?
No.
Goodness.
So what did they just drop the dogs off and?
No, they have to attend with their pet.
That's what I just asked. Were the owners with them?
Well, yes, but no, the chairs aren't for the owners. The chairs are for the dogs.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, I'm not.
This is ridiculous.
What do you think, Mahogany?
I think it's absolutely stupid. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm not.
Well, tell me how you really feel, please.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I have never in my life heard anything like that. I mean, I know some complete dog lovers that when you get an animal, it's like more like your family. You know what I mean? But I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? People, you got to look at it. For mortal people like us, we're not even paying thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars for weddings anymore. You know what I mean? People are having destination weddings.
Yeah.
If it's like 4 or 5 people there, that's probably all that could afford it anyway. That's who's going. You feel what I'm saying? The smaller, the better. But this right here is absurd. But if that's what they want to do, that's their bread. They could do what they want to do. For me, I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, what if the dog dies? You know, then what happens?
Well, the thing that really got me was it was so cute because it's Lucy and Woofy. They're so cute. I'm sorry though. I wish I could see a picture, but it's so cute.
I can imagine.
But
I'm not trying to be funny and everything, but they definitely was not black, because we ain't doing that. Because most black people, some of them, I'm telling you.
no, there was one.
There was a black. One of them was black.
Yes.
They ain't got nothing else to do. Well, give me some of that money and I'll tell you what to do with it.
Okay.
And I'll do something for your poodles.
But it was
Real
so
nice.
cute because they were doing the wedding announcements, and it was talking about how Lucy loves to do this and
Deb.
yes, I'm serious.
Deb, you sound like you want to go.
No, I'm not. Listen, but they we talked about how they met. Lucy and Woofy met.
I can imagine, probably on the side of a car humping.
Maybe they're old-fashioned dogs. Maybe they don't do that until they're hitched.
Well, every dog I've seen, they love to get hooked. Well, I can imagine it being very cute, but I mean, who wants to sit at a wedding and the dogs just sit barking?
I mean, if you want, I don't know. Everybody's different. You know, you do what you want to do.
What kind of food was it? Kittles and Bits?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me if we took our dog, we couldn't eat? Just to say.
No, they're going to have a little part for, people, the humans, but I don't know. I've never been to one.
You should
y'all
go.
let me know what y'all think. Like, have y'all heard of anything like this?
I think you should go.
Yeah, I can see my face.
The tickets are only $5 to $15. Maybe this is
how many?
Pay to go?
I'm not paying for that.
Okay, well, maybe, you know what? Connor goes, I'd go just to see it. I was like, you're on crack, kid. Not really.
I wait till it come on YouTube or something.
Yeah, somebody's going to take some pictures of it.
Exactly.
All right, well, y'all viewers, let us know what y'all think about it. And Mahogany, give me your dish of the day, or you want Kat to go first?
She could go.
All right, Kat, tell me your dish of the day, babe.
Oh, really? Y'all gonna put me on the spot.
Sorry,
But
sister.
Yes, Kat. Oh, I need to turn this down.
You wanna jam on the show today?
I was trying to get you all hyped.
Okay, listen. This is me sitting on my little box over here because I had a little incident where I was hungry, okay? And I said, let me go to this place called Cookout because I love to get
I love
Oh,
Cookout. That's our favorite.
I never went there before.
Oh my gosh, girl, you're missing out.
I got an ice problem. Well, anyway, I was excited. I was like, I'm gonna get me a huge cup of ice. And I was gonna get me a chicken quesadilla with extra chicken, extra cheese.
Now Mahogany's
extra queso.
hungry. You're making her worse.
Starved.
Okay. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get me some onion rings, and then get me a sweet tea and a huge cup of ice.
You bringing all of that? Did you eat that before you came here?
No.
Oh.
But this is what happened to me this week. So I
this week, not today.
this
Okay,
week.
thank you,
So I'm
Jesus.
going in the drive-through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "What do you want to order?" They sounded just like that.
Really?
They didn't want to be there.
I said, so I gave my order. Is that all you want? I was like,
That's all you want.
Seriously?
That was dead wrong.
So I'm gonna repeat your order back to you. I said, okay. She repeats the wrong order. Listen, that's not what I ordered. Okay, well, what did you say you want? Okay. So I repeated my order again. By this time, I'm feeling some type of way. Okay.
You should, right, and you
imagine.
should.
This isn't the first time that I've experienced this before. It's like customer service has gone completely down now. And being a boss that I am.
Hello.
I teach my staff to do great customer service. That's one of our main things that we do, is to have great customer service. We want you to feel like you are a diamond.
Exactly.
You know, that you're getting 5-star service. Well, so, you know, I'm feeling some type of way. I repeat my order. She gets the order right. Is that all that you want? Yes, that's all that I want. I get up to the drive-thru. Her hand out the window.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mahogany would have snatched that hand off.
So I give her my card or whatever. She takes my card. Don't greet me. Don't say anything. No smile on her face. Nothing. She gives me my card back. Hands me my food. And now, okay, I'm going to look at my food to make sure it's right before I drive off. Because I've had situations like that happen where I had the wrong food. She's standing in the window looking at me like, really?
Aw.
Like, what are you doing?
She was mad she was a hater.
So I said, is there a problem? I'm just seeing if you have a problem. No, I don't have a problem, but what I'm going to do is check my food before I drive off. I said, and you're very rude. I said, this is horrible customer service. Now, I don't know what happened to you today, but I hope you feel better, because this is not good service for me. Oh, well, I'm sorry if you feel that way. Okay. Look at my food. It's not even my order. So I have to give the order back to her, and she act like she got an attitude. So I'm just sick of this whole
lack of customer service.
Lack of customer service, period. My thing is, if you don't want to work the job, then don't go, because I don't care if you're a janitor. I don't care if you're a fast food worker. Do the best that you can at the job that you have. You chose to work there. So give your 100%.
That's right. That's correct.
Now, I don't know if you viewers experience any of this bad customer service, but we all need to make sure that we report it when it's like this. If you're paying your money, you want your food right, and you want a smile on their face, and you want good service. Now, don't always complain when it's bad service, because when it's good service, I give good tips, and I let the manager know, hey, this worker today was phenomenal.
But you got to be careful complaining at restaurants, because they're going to lick your food.
Well, yeah. I hate to send my food back. I hate to do that too. Yeah, because they will do some crazy stuff. Did y'all see the thing about the guy that had spit in the food and sent it back out?
Which one?
No, I didn't see that, but I seen how people were going around and licking ice cream and all of that stuff like that, and putting it back in the, containers inside the freezer.
Yeah, that's disgusting. What is wrong with people? You know what? I'll tell you what. I got it. You ready? Moral compass broken. I will never stop saying that. Get some sense.
It's disgusting. I'm sorry that happened to you, Kat. You have some very, if you don't like what you do, because anything in the fast food, retail, makeup, things like that, this is people that you have to deal with the community.
Right.
And this is customer service. It has to be essential, because you want the people to come back and remember you. Because you never know what that person is going through in the actual time. You know what I mean? It could be anything.
That's right.
People go through so much in a day, so to be mean and facetious to someone, if you don't like the job, don't do the job.
Exactly.
That's bottom line. Let somebody else, because somebody will be very gladly to have that position as a cashier or, customer service rep. Whatever you do, you have to do it with dignity and pride.
Even when you go to these retail places and you ask them, where is this located? And they say, I don't know. Go check aisle 20. They don't take the time to say, you know what, let me show you.
Right.
That's real,
because it's missing
service.
because it's obsolete.
So
okay.
my thing is, are the bosses doing any training, any customer service training?
Yeah, but I mean, you know how it is when your boss is gone. But I want to get into a couple comments before we move to your dish. Hey, Leanne. Hey, thanks for watching. Juju Lamar, thanks for watching.
Angela
Megan,
Newman, thanks for watching. That's my first
Tim,
cousin.
hey Tim. Derek, we want some cake. Derek, bring some back.
Oh, Derek watching. What's up,
Yeah.
Derek?
Now listen, Megan says that's why we go out of our way to make sure our customers feel welcome. It truly does make a difference. You're right. We have people come in complaining about others being so rude because they can't greet you. It's ridiculous. So manners and having a smile on your face makes a difference. Fake it. Fake it if you have to. Fake it. Les Lane, hey, thanks for watching. Craig, thanks for watching. All right, so now let's get to...
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Yeah, let's get to Mahogany. Tell us your dish.
Okay, I have a dish. I had a couple of dishes, but one I was going to say something personal about, situation, with my family and how things just like goes crazy sometimes with family members. Like when I notice, even I have to take the ownership as well. I don't know about a lot of people, but this seems to happen a lot, and I talk to a lot of people, and I hear that my cousin Brian is my favorite cousin. He's like my brother. He had passed recently, and I'm going to his funeral this week, which is gonna hurt me. I don't know how I'm even be able to deal with it. Thank you. And you know, it's hard on my aunt and everything like that, and the family. So you know, I guess we'll be right back. Because we got to go on a break.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break, and then we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. See y'all in a minute.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community, and Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're going to do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're going to bridge that gap because we're going to get out of here. We're going to shake hands. We're going to find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved.
Boss up in here, take me out. Is where you find me. Hat to my nose so you know I'm low key. High as a star, crew standing on the bar, singing on key.
We are Talk Show Divas streaming live from Douglasville, Georgia, TV 1061. Thank y'all for joining us back. Again, I'm your host, Deb. My co-host, right here.
Cat Davis, Queen Diamond.
And then my other co-host.
Mahogany Blue out here, baby.
And we finished off with, well, we didn't finish. We left off, Mahogany was giving us her dish, so we're going to finish up that before we get to our first topic. So go ahead.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience.
Welcome.
Thank you for your patience.
Yes,
we're back again. Okay, so the thing that I have to take the ownership on as well is we as a people do not reach out to our family members enough. It shouldn't be a situation was, like I said, I'm taking the ownership. I'm only one person. I can take the only ownership for myself. So with that being said, we shouldn't see people with only when it's weddings and funerals.
Exactly.
You know, it really hurts me that, first of all, this is my favorite cousin in the whole wide world, and it's breaking me down, but I also am guilty. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm the victim in this because I'm also guilty because I should actually do better on my part. And sometimes you never know. That could be actually the domino effect to bridge the gap to make everything, you know, tighter. Because when my grandmother died, it just seems like the glue was dried and it was over with. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be that way. And that's all I'm saying, guys. I'm not trying to be winded with it. But all I'm saying is that as a people and as, you know, family, friends, just check on people. We shouldn't have to once in a blue baby showers, funerals, weddings.
And wait till it's too
you know,
late.
Wait till it's too late to connect.
Absolutely.
You know, we should always do that. You know, even if, you know, you're in town and you're there to only see them for like 5 or 10 minutes. At least you spent some time and you were able to, you know, say something to them and just show them you love them. You know what I mean? So that's like something I got to work on. And I promise to do better, family. I promise to do better. That's from my dad's family, which he's my first cousin on my dad's side, and also to my mom's family. If you guys choose to do it to me or not, I really don't care. I know I got to take the ownership for me because at least my conscience will be clear. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we clear on that. Mahogany Blue.
All right.
Thank
Job,
you.
girl.
Yeah.
All right, girls. I wanted to remind y'all, if y'all wanted to do a banner ad, it's $100 and it runs on our show 8 times. If you would like to do a commercial, 30 to 60 seconds, you can submit it. We can run it. or we can create one for you. So you just get in touch with us at 1061tv@gmail.com. And let me give a shout out to our awesome executive producer, Felix Washington. Woo woo! Go Felix. Without him, this would not be possible. And then Marcus Givens, our technical director. And then,
Marcus.
And then Shantae Barksdale does our social media for us. So thank you to all of them.
Thank you very much.
Now, we would like to get into something. Whew, it gets me so upset. Okay, y'all ready? Now, we want to hear what y'all feel about this, because this is something that a lot of people have not heard of. And I know, okay, I'm just going to shut up and you ready? Okay, it's called I'm hoping I'm pronouncing it right, the Rapa de Bestas, and it is a Spanish horse wrestling festival, Spain, okay? It is a yearly festival where people go into the wilderness and they gather wild horses, they corral wild horses, and they wrestle them to the ground for sport. The
actual people?
Yes, the people wrestle the horses to the ground, and they pull their manes out by their hands. They torture these poor animals to show their strength. Okay? That is an actual thing.
Isn't that just like dog fighting?
They say it's worse than dog fighting. And it's one of many of the things they do in Spain. And another one is a bull, let me see, what is it called? It's a bull run. And it was a couple years ago, an American went over for the bull run, and just for sport, the big thing is having a selfie at this bull run. And he was almost trampled to death. Like, he was on a fence sitting, and the bull attacked it. Like,
that's messed up. But he knew what it was. When you mess with a tourist, honey, we come.
Oh my gosh, we're talking about an actual bull, girl.
Stay out of there. You knew what it was. You want to go out there and fight them bulls, and you can't. You should have stayed out of there. But as far as with these horses, that is so freaking sad. You know, that's sad.
I want to know.
You know,
I have a question.
Okay.
So, we all know what happened to, what's his name? Vic?
Yes.
Michael Vick?
Michael Vick.
Did any of these people get arrested?
For what, the festival?
Yeah.
No, it's a national.
It's like a sport.
It's a sport.
I mean, but I don't understand that. He got arrested for 2 dogs fighting each other. These are human beings pulling out the mane of a horse's hair.
Yes.
To prove that they have strength.
They pulled the horse's hair out the head, right?
Pull the horse's
hair pull it out. The goal is to wrestle them to the ground and pull their hair out. And that's not even all. Like the video I saw, you have 2 people. One of them is on the horse. The other one is grabbing the horse by the head, choking it out to get him down on the ground, and then the other one is just pulling a handful of its hair out by its head.
This is in another
it's in
country.
Spain.
Yeah. So, you know, they have all different types of rules there. We always want to send food all over to different countries. We should help them with some of their laws as it relates to abusing animals.
That's crazy. So
I don't know if y'all have ever heard. Have y'all ever heard of anything like about this festival or anything like it?
Anything like this.
I want to know our viewers. Like, there are so many. We were researching this. There are so many different festivals and sporting events where animals are abused.
Sad.
The running of the bulls is only this. That's the second one. That's like the biggest one I've heard of. But then, when Connor told me about this, it's like, of course, after I cried, you know. It's insane, like the torture that they do. Like the horses are in the wild, you know, where they're meant to be, and then the people like go and they corral them, run them to where this event's taking place, and it's a huge, massive thing.
So what happens to these horses after
they let them go?
So they let them go bald-headed?
Yes.
Oh, child.
They pull their hair. They pull their
how much hair did they take off of the horse?
A lot. It is so sad. I was trying to pull up some pictures.
I just wanted to know.
I just don't understand the purpose in it.
It's sport.
A sport. Mm-hmm. And so you're telling me that they get trophies for this too?
Yes, and it shows their strength. I mean, you know what? There were just as many women doing it as men, and I was shocked. I was appalled.
You're telling me that there were women wrestling with horses and pulling their hair out?
Honey, those are not average women. We ain't fighting y'all. Y'all go for the gusto, boo. I just want to know what kind of hair that was, see if we can use it.
As we've stated before, the world has gone crazy.
But moral compass. But the thing is, they're in a semi-feral state. And sometimes what they do is when they advertise this thing, it's, oh, okay, well, this festival, you cut the manes. That's not what they do. I'm sure some people cut, but they pull them out with their hands. I mean, it is sad. Like, I don't know if you can see. Can you see that?
Oh, God, imagine.
It is so sad. What they do is, like, it's whoever, I don't know if it's the most hair they get, or it's just the worst thing. The dog fight, you think was vicious.
And
this is a Spanish tradition, let's see. It's been going on since, it's a 4-day festival. And it's been going on since, they say, 400 years old Spanish festival.
So that festival is pretty old, and it's, it's like probably a major celebration because it's so old. However, what do you guys do after that? Do y'all eat burritos with drinking Coronas and stuff?
Pretty much.
That's not really nothing to celebrate about.
It really isn't.
That's horrible.
They're trying to beat them into submission. They're trying to manhandle them into submission.
I want to ask the viewers a question. So viewers, if you're out there, please tell me, if this festival was to be able to be held here in the state of Georgia, as a matter of fact, in America, period, would you attend this type of festival of animals being horses, having their mane torn out just to see who has the most strength? I want to know what you all think.
I don't think they would do it.
That's sad.
I don't know how many would go, because I bet you somebody out there.
Yeah, somebody will go.
Go and just peep just to be nosy to see.
Well, it's not even that. You've got some big misogynist, arrogant, narcissistic man that's like, oh, I can do this. A couple that I know come to mind, but anyway.
So you're saying they won't just attend, that they will participate?
Yes, absolutely, because so they can say they did it.
That's sad.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. The whole bullfighting.
I've never heard that before. It's just kind of actually traumatizing.
It's very. Imagine the poor babies, and the foals. They said that when they corral these wild horses, there's a lot of foals too, and they just mark them. They still wrestle them down and they mark them. They let them go, but the adults is when they the videos we've seen. It was shocking. Look it up, guys, and start a petition. I'll sign it.
So are we being biased as it relates to what animals we can kill and can't kill? Because, or what animals we can torture or not torture? Because truth be told, everything that flies around, walks through here.
We done ate.
I'm being, I'm being messy right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we kill flies, we kill gnats, we kill snakes, we kill mosquitoes. I tear them all to pieces because I don't want them messing with me. I don't want to be bumped up. I don't want to be bit. Okay. And some people got roaches that they trying to get rid of too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I know people that have roaches as pets.
So, but they're all animals, right?
That's next week's show, guys.
They're all animals. So, are we being biased about? So, is there a particular category or what animals you can touch and what you can't touch?
Well, yes.
Okay.
No, yes. There's particular animals you can't touch.
So why I can beat a fly?
You're not beating a fly. You're killing it. There's a difference.
Okay. So why can't I kill a fly?
Well, are you going to eat a fly?
Why can't I?
But why are you killing it? For fun? That's wrong.
No, I'm killing it because it's getting on my nerves.
Okay. Well, what are these little wild horses that are out in the wild, not bothering them, getting on their nerves? They're not around them. That's my point.
How you know?
Because I know that's what the festival is. They go out into their wilderness. You're not helping, sister. You're not helping.
Because I'm like, this topic is really going over my head because I've never heard this before and it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
Just to think of a horse with their head being ripped out.
Okay, listen, guys. I want to give some comments. Thanks, Nat, for watching. Lori, I scared you when I said big and paused. What did I say, big? Never mind. Don't even get me started, Lori.
Yeah, please.
Alnika Crawford, you would not. That's good to know. Now, I want to.
Alnika
wait a minute. Hold on. Alnika said she would not participate. But one of the viewers said, I want to corral Kat and pull her hair out. I'm just kidding. They didn't. I just made that up. I just made it up.
Because if it was, I wouldn't know who you are, viewers, so you can pull my hair out. Depends on how you look, though.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
well, we can pull yours out.
But you know what? The running of the bulls, that's pretty bad too. You know.
Don't mess with the Taurus, honey.
You got people cracking ass over there.
Laugh and have fun sometimes, really.
Yeah.
But I just want to know, these people that are doing it, you know what? I would just love to one day for God to be like, you know what? I'm fitting to get you. I'm going to show you, and have these horses turn around and be like, you like that? And start pulling the people's hair. Does that feel good? That's what I want.
That reminded me of that movie about all the birds that started attacking everybody.
The birds.
She's like the movie called The Birds.
The birds.
I liked that movie.
I want to know if y'all know of any.
All the horses showing up.
Like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes. Because that movie freaked me out when I was a kid.
It did to me too. It was scary.
So guys, Sean, thanks for watching. Mitchell, thanks for watching. We got to hear from y'all. So the running of the bull, and then this Rapa de Besta, and if I'm saying it wrong, so we want to know if you've heard of anything else, because the running of the bulls is pretty big. I know y'all have heard of that one. No. Okay. Well, the horses need their hair, and I need mine. Alnikia said, amen, sister friend. We all do. And like the horses can't go buy more, we can. It's just not right.
Sure do.
But you know how people are so, you got people out there who are like, oh, we don't want to hurt a fly. So anyway.
That's not my story.
Right. She's like, I don't want to hurt it, I just want to kill it. Because it was getting on my nerves. Like, if you ever date Kat, don't get on her nerves. Just saying. And then you've got people who are like, oh, you should not touch any animal, anything. Even if it walks, then it deserves to live. Okay, I'll remember that when, let me see what, cockroaches are crawling up your face, up your nose at night when you're sleeping. Be like, it walks, it deserves to live.
That's
just saying. But this is bad. Like, this is disgusting, and this is awful. And you can say a lot about America because people do, but I don't know anywhere here that we would do anything like that.
I wouldn't do it.
If they are doing it, they're doing it in secret. They're doing it underground. You know, it's a lot of things that they do underground that I heard about that I'm just been in shock myself.
This is in Mexico, you said, right?
This is Spain. Which, speaking of underground, guys, we're still having our contest. And the most interesting topic, you're going to get a prize, and we're still not telling you where it is because we're still waiting for the most interesting topic. Like, I haven't gotten any most interesting ones of y'all.
No,
yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
Exactly.
I'm scared.
I think that they don't want a present. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Me too.
Thanks, sis.
No, you
oh, by the way, listen, I have to tell you, you look gorgeous today.
Thank you.
You absolutely do.
And you, girl, you were blowing me away in that blue.
Thank you, honey. I does it.
And
Toya is mahogany blue, though.
Both of you all.
Toya, we miss you. And we hope our little nephew's okay.
We do miss you, honey.
Like, we wish you were here.
And we're praying for baby boy.
Yes,
we are, honey.
And speaking of Toya, we want to say that, you know, again, if y'all want us Divas to come out to your event, call us. We will. We would love to come, just even be a part of it, because, you know, how can you have a party without this one? I mean, the party starts when Mahogany's there, you know? Right, girl?
That's right.
And when Kat is there, and when Deb is there, and when Toya is there.
That's right. Oh my gosh, Doc says, here we go. Y'all ready for Doc?
I don't know.
They're alive, but not animals. Even in the wild, the bigger animals rule the smaller. As humans, we shouldn't hurt animals of lesser intelligence for no reason, but we can't put our beliefs on other countries. Now I'm waiting for somebody to go, well, we hurt our men. I'm waiting for that because I'm about to hear a comment that says that lesser intelligence. I'm waiting because I know two people that's going to send that in right now. Ooh. I didn't say it.
I don't really classify, you know, I wouldn't say that with a man, you know, if you're going to use it.
Oh, of course not, but I'm saying somebody's about to say it. Watch.
But for some of them, I will, you know, if it was donkeys, then, you know.
Doc says, also, we kill each other, but it doesn't make it right, Doc. It doesn't.
We hear you, Doc.
Michael Gerald is watching. Thank you for watching. So listen, guys, we have to take a break, and when we come back, we got something else. Wait, Lori says flies and roaches are all creatures of God, part of the animal kingdom, but it is more like self-defense killing a roach. They're abusing horses. Agreed, Lori, because roaches, but you know what the worst thing to me? Bees. Bees try to eat my face.
They do.
But anyway, stay with us. We'll be back, and we got something good. So see you in a minute.
Thank you for your comments. Bye-bye.
What'd you say that?
Are you an artist, a writer of spoken word? Do you have content ready but need exposure? Get to know me. I'm Alicia, host of a new Facebook live stream show called The Flavor, where we promote local and international talent of all genres. Here are some rules and regulations to the videos that we'll be accepting. They must be radio ready, no cursing, no lewd language. You must send us contact information as well as a YouTube link to your video so we can extract it from there. Email us at 1061tv@gmail.com, and we thank you for your time.
Where you find me, hat to my nose so you know I'm low key, high as a star, crew standing on the bar, singing on key.
Welcome back, y'all. Talk Show Divas, streaming live from Douglasville, Georgia, TV 1061. I'm Deb, I'm your host. My gorgeous sister co-hosts are
Queen Diamond herself, the one and only.
And we couldn't handle two of you, but go ahead.
That's right. We sure couldn't, honey. The mahogany blue, drinking coconut water. It's nasty, too.
Welcome back, y'all. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about, first, that was a good one. Thanks for sharing that one, guys. It's okay.
Deb, I love you, but it's very disgusting.
Yes, and I brought it to her, but whatever.
Deb.
I know, I love you.
Don't worry, bring me a piece of chicken wing next week.
Mahogany wants a chicken wing, and Haley wants one too.
Just make sure
Haley wants a chicken wing. Come on, just be nice and bring us some food.
Chicken wing.
Yes, please. We don't like them,
I just want Derek to bring us some cake again, but whatever. Guys, y'all know that this is a great way to promote your business. Do an ad with us and then come on the show and talk about it, because we're all about community and we're all about helping each other out. Mm-hmm. Like, we all have different things going on, and we want to help each other. So send us your comments, come on, do a banner ad, do a commercial, and just bring your behinds on here and tell us, or tell the rest of y'all about your business. But what we're going to talk about now is something that just breaks my heart. It happens so much more often than we hear about, and we hear about it a lot. Mm-hmm. And you have people thinking, how could that happen? Like, there's no way that happens. But it does. There was a man in New York, and he is a 39-year-old father. His name is Julian Rodriguez. And he went to work one morning, dropped his 4-year-old, I believe, off at daycare, had his 1-year-old twins in the car with him, forgot that they were in the car, went into work, worked all day, came back out, got in the car to leave, was driving down the road. Someone got his attention. His babies were in the back seat. And of course, they died. It was an 86-degree day on a Friday. And in that temperature, it only takes about 20 minutes for the temperature inside a car to rise 20 degrees. So he pled not guilty to charges over the weekend and said he did not act intentionally, which I believe that. His wife stood by his side. He was devastated. Now, when he went to his hearing, the judge decided that he was not going to pursue criminal charges on it. He was trying to get it a lesser thing. He didn't want him to go to trial. Mm-hmm. And that brought up something called a Good Samaritan law, which a lot of states do, but Georgia, in my research, I did not find it. I found where it said Georgia does not have a Good Samaritan law. And what that law is, if you're a bystander or just someone who sees a child in the car, you can act on behalf of that child. Break a window, pull over, stop the car, whatever you have to do, and you can't be held responsible. You can't be in trouble for anything. So with that being said, this father is devastated. He had to bury his 1-year-old twins. So, Mahogany, you want to weigh in on this?
I mean, I know as a parent, we go through a lot, because I'm a single parent. I have an 8-year-old daughter. And I can't imagine leaving my baby in a car even though she's 8, even from when she was younger, you know, rushing that fast to get to a job, a store, any location. As parents, it's really hard because we have to be mindful of what we're doing, but I'm not trying to really fault him. It's messed up. I mean, I did have a lot of reservations about this.
Right.
You know what I mean? As
a mom, and you would.
And I want to really just try to be sympathetic to him as well, because I don't believe intentionally he set out to do that to his babies, because remember, he had a 4-year-old he was trying to get into school. And sometimes as
But that puts your head on, how can you forget that?
Yeah, how could you forget that? But sometimes we go through so freaking much that, you know, I've had days, sometimes still have them, I'm not going to lie. I can't even think, like, I'm like, so much stuff is going on. Like, the other day, I left my keys in the car. Thank God I didn't lock it. But I just was like, pocketbook, everything. Like, I just was like thinking about, I'm so colorful. I'm thinking about and you know, we're one person. So he probably was like, oh, I got to do this. I got to get here. I got a deadline to make. Nobody knows what he was going through. Now is devastation. And then probably when it dawned on him that he didn't drop the babies at daycare, that was it.
No, it didn't dawn on him. It didn't dawn on him. He was driving. He dropped his 4-year-old off. And he's a 22-year veteran of the National Guard. But what he did was dropped his 4-year-old off, and then he goes to work, not even remembering that they were in the back seat. He's a social worker. And
he's a social worker?
Yes. Hold on. He arrived at work at 8 a.m., worked the full shift, already started driving home at 4 p.m. They said he discovered them when someone pulled up beside him, saw the babies, and started freaking out.
Because he called his wife to go pick the babies up.
They said that the baby's temperature had risen to 108 degrees.
And they were foaming at the mouth
when they died.
That's crazy. Angela Newman said that's crazy. How are you going to forget your children? You know what I mean? Like, as a parent, you know, that's something you would never forget. I concur with that. But like I said, so much has been going on, but I don't understand that
Listen.
God, I don't want to say nothing crazy.
But you know, before we get to you, Kat, listen.
It's crazy.
The organization Kids in Cars, an average of 37 children die each year in cars. It includes instances where a child's been forgotten, where they accidentally lock themselves, or in the trunk or in the car, or when a child's been intentionally left in a car. But now they're trying to, and I definitely want to hear what you say, but before I forget, you know, my ADD. They are trying to pass a law where a device comes out that tells you when your kid's in the car, and that's great. If that helps save lives, that's awesome. But me as a parent, I'm going, what the hell? Why do you need this to say, oh, remember your kid's in the car? Do you have a device that says, remember you needed to wipe after you pee? Do you need to remember to get dressed? Really? But anyway, with that being said, Kat, I want to hear what you say.
It's been, to me, it's almost like an epidemic.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I was reading where there actually were 52 deaths of car deaths in 2018, and this year already there has been 24 car deaths of children in the car. So I'm kind of on both sides of the fence, because part of me is just like, okay, how you not know that your children were in the back? You dropped the 4-year-old off. You know you had to go drop the other 2 off. Were they asleep?
They were asleep.
Was it a long drive from one daycare to the other? But why would they be in 2 different daycares? There's a 4-year-old. Most 4-year-olds are in daycare. They're not in regular school.
Exactly.
Well, it's a pre-K. Some regular schools have a 4-year-old pre-K.
Some of them, but daycares have pre-K for preschoolers.
They're not separate. Most daycares have the pre-K inside of the daycare. It's a separate program, because I was in childcare, so it's a separate program. But the daycare is all there at the same spot.
But some of the schools, Haley and Connor went to a school that had a 4-year-old pre-K and a 5-year-old pre-K, and it was separate from a daycare. So I don't know what the case was. I don't know if that's
the case.
Right, yeah, we don't know.
But was the daycare that far away that you forgot and just went straight to work? I do not understand that in its totality of you forgetting that you have 2 1-year-old twins in the car, unless both of them would sleep at the same time and you had music on, your mind was somewhere else. I just don't get it. and you're a social worker on top of that. So I would think that your mind is always thinking of the safety of your children at all times. Now, the flip side to that is we don't know what his mental state was. We don't know if he's going through financial situations.
We have no idea.
We don't know if there was an argument that happened between him and somebody, family member, wife, whoever. But it looks like that all the responsibility was put on him this particular day. That the wife didn't take the kids. He did. So we don't know if he got pressure on the job, if he was running late. Because these days, we got young people that forget.
So where was the 4-year-old sitting? Now I'm just thinking about
I don't know, but look, that's
the 4-year-old couldn't have been in the front seat.
Right, but there's rear-facing car seats. But listen, that is devastating. But when I was researching this, I read about a 1-year-old girl who died in Tennessee after her father forgot to drop her off at daycare before, you ready? Before heading out of town on a business trip. Hold on. He parked his car in the family's driveway and the little girl was still in it. Okay.
He meant to kill her. You know, the flip side to this thing was, Deb, sorry to cut over you. What if this individual, now you say he worked for CPS, Child Protective Services, correct?
He was a social worker.
Social worker, whatever. That's the same thing. What if he overlooked some cases of child abuse or neglect?
Okay, but listen to this
one. And then the flip side to it is that you end up getting
nobody in that parking lot seeing those kids sitting in that car all that time?
No.
From 8 to 5?
No, but listen to this. This one's even more mind-boggling to me. Are you ready? On July 18th, a 3-year-old boy in Houston died when he was left in a bus after a daycare field trip. Hold on. The records from the daycare showed when they do your count after your field trip, he was counted for. They got back to the school. The temperature in the bus was 113 degrees. The time they realized he was not in the classroom, he was gone for 3.5 hours dead. The temperature in the bus was 113 degrees.
That means somebody wasn't doing their job. They just went ahead and took the kids and acted like they did a count.
They say that where a parent or guardian forgets a child, it's because of a lapse in temporal memory and a disrupted routine, and it's very common. So now we are in this world where we have resorted to having to rely on a device to remind us that our child is in the car.
Well,
I don't need that.
Look what we're all dealing with. The foods that we eat, it is messing with us. We're getting cancer. We're losing memory. We're having short-term memory loss.
Can I say social media obsession? Our face constantly in our phones?
We are constantly in the phone.
As mine is now.
Technology has literally taken over our lives. We have been brainwashed. We don't even sit down at the family table anymore and have family dinner. We're always running. We're stopping somewhere, grabbing something to eat. And then when we're in the house, we're either watching TV or we're on our phones. When we're out to eat in restaurants, we're watching our phones. So our mind is not even thinking in a responsible manner, and we're forgetting everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to get to some comments. Eric says, kids left in cars, can't get my head around it. We're also distracted as a society. Amen, Eric. Alnika, am I saying it right? Alnika says, the twins must have been asleep or something for him to forget. Agreed. Okay, but Derek says if you put a child in the car, you take a child out of the car. They're your children, they're your responsibility. It shouldn't be this hard to remember that what you produced is in the car with you.
That's correct.
It's just something, and I don't want to say, I wasn't there. I always say there's 3 sides to every story, your side, my side, and the truth. But the thing is, you're right, we don't know his mindset. We don't know what was going on. It is tragic, it is a tragedy. So many times we hear about this, but you know what I've found? Recently, I have found that so many people, when you leave an animal in the car, I have personally witnessed myself, somebody getting so enraged and irate and viciously, aggressively attacking someone for leaving an animal in the car, and then somebody, it's not as bad, or they don't get as upset and defensive when it was a child, and I don't understand that, and I saw that personally myself.
Well, if we see it, of course, we go, like they say, you see something, you say something. Right. These are children. However, most cases,
the Good Samaritan law.
I'm going to keep it real with you. When I'm out shopping or I'm somewhere, I'm not just looking around. I'm looking around. If I'm looking around, I'm looking around for predators. Somebody that might try to come up and rob me or something like that, or et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? But the least thing from everyone's mind is looking in cars for children. The onus is on the parents. It's not on our response. Now, if you see something, you're going to say it. But that's not my responsibility to look in every car to see if it's a kid in there.
Right.
Or animal or whatever else. That's your responsibility as the parent. You should never forget that. That's why I said I don't want to be all judgmental, because from the footage that I've seen of him, he was distraught. But at the end of the day, if you work for social services, you know what the situation is. You should be distraught, and you're actually going to jail, because now you have a double homicide. These children are already here,
But you're saying
and they're
the
born.
judge trying to get them out of it, right?
They don't want to pursue criminal charges. They're doing it to a lesser one.
How do you determine who should go and who should not go in a situation like this? You got some people that go to jail because they left their child in the car and the child passed away. So how you gonna let some go and then you don't let others go?
Well, they have a group.
Death.
They've supported it. They've
just
rallied a group. There's a group of people who are trying to get, of course, all the charges dropped. They're like, he's punished enough. His children are gone.
He's not punished enough. He's not. That child can't get his life back.
Stacey Williams says, I had 5, and honestly, there is no way human beings in their half mind would leave a child or children in a car unless there's a mental disconnect from reality or mental illness. No excuse. Stacey, that I agree, but listen, that mental disconnect, Kat just hit it on the head. Social media. We're so consumed by social media that we disconnect from reality all the way around. I mean, I don't know how many times things have been happening right in front of our face. We have no clue because our faces are in our phones.
And my thing also is you know, I mean, I don't know. I used to be a little much, you know, even though I'm still a little much, but I'm just going to leave this on this. When you know you have a husband or you're with someone and you have children from them, you know what I mean? And if you argue or something with them, you're putting everybody in jeopardy. You know what I mean? Even the children. Now, I'm not clearing anything up for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said, we don't know what happened with him when he left his crib. We don't know what happened. However, if I just argued with him, which is my husband, ex-husband, whomever, I'm not going to give you the kids to take with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because now the only thing you're thinking about is that argument or whatever. Sometimes we got to know how to push the chill button too. But again, the onus is on him, not her. So he got to deal with this. Regardless of what happens to him in the end, if he does have to do prison time, he still is going to have to deal with this for the rest of his life because he is the reason why his children are not here. So that, in a nutshell, is going to actually probably kill him.
Because I'm just trying to figure out where the mental disconnect went from. You taking the 4-year-old out of the back seat with the twins. Now, listen, I done had 4 children. And if you got twins, that means you had a car seat on each side, and the 4-year-old had to be in the middle.
That's right.
Because normally you don't put the 2 car seats side by side.
Exactly.
Normally you don't.
Right.
You normally put them on
both sides.
So the 4-year-old had to be in the back seat because you can't ride a 4-year-old in the front seat. So when he dropped the kids off, dropped the 4-year-old off.
What really happened?
What really happened after that? You know, so
y'all better stop being out here killing y'all kids. It's ridiculous.
All right, guys. So weigh in on it. We want to know what y'all think. And we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we have something else we want to talk about. So come back or suffer our wrath. Right? Especially this one's.
I'm cool.
See you in a minute.
Here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
find me. Hat to my nose so you know I'm low key. High as a star, crew standing on the bar, singing on key.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to
Me too.
Talk Show Divas. Streaming live from Douglasville, Georgia at TV 1061. Thank you for joining us today, our Diva dolls and dudes. Y'all like that? Because we like it. Anyway, I'm Deb. I'm your host. Again, I want to give a shout out to our awesome producer, Felix Washington, and Marcus Givens, our technical director, and Chantel Barksdale, who does our social media. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for joining us, guys. So now, let me remind you about your events that you want us to come to. Or you know what? We will not be mad if y'all just want to have a party and invite us. Especially if there's cake there. You know, we're there.
I don't want to just eat no cake. I need some food.
Okay, well, yeah. So anyway.
Well, all I know is you all better put September 7th
Oh, that's right.
on your calendar.
We in the building.
Because Life, Love, and Lockup and documentary will be launching. And there will be tickets, though. Yeah, you got to have tickets.
For y'all. Y'all got to pay for tickets.
You're going to get dinner. You're going to get documentary.
Okay, is your dinner going to be good?
Yeah, it's going to be delicious.
I mean, even if it ain't, I'm still going to come.
A celebrity chef that will be there. So if you want to come.
Are you the chef?
It's going to be entertainment, of course.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would think that your sister is worth paying a ticket for.
Yeah,
I'm definitely coming. God spare my life.
And viewers, if you would like to come, I will give more details this week. So be ready.
That's right. Now listen, guys. Share our videos. Watch. Tune in. Give us your interesting topics because, like we said, nobody wants this present. I'll take it. I will take it because it's good. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know what it is.
I could go for some more lip glosses.
Who said it's lip gloss?
It is lip glosses. They seen it. Go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, but the guys out here, you know.
There's some oils for them too.
Yeah,
some stuff in there for the guys. But I'm a woman, so I'm thinking about, for me.
Okay.
Beautiful diamond necklace.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Costume jewelry.
Hi, Candace. Candace is watching. Y'all say hey to Candace.
Hi, Candace.
Hey, Candace. Hey, girl.
Okay, so guess what? Now, since we had our little laugh, so now we're going to talk about something else that's pretty sad. And this is becoming an epidemic also. So, in El Paso, we know where this is going, right? In El Paso, there was a young man, obviously deeply disturbed, who opened fire in a Wally World. Walmart, seriously? 20 people were killed. 20 people were killed, and they're discovering more, like people who've gone to the hospital and stuff. And I couldn't find, during my research, I couldn't find what the reason was, why he did this, but he just walks in with a rifle and just opens fire. I can tell you a ridiculous thing that I heard, though. I heard the comment of, it was because of our president, because he is promoting racism and stuff, and it's his fault.
And the KKK.
Okay, nope, that's not what I heard. I heard that that's what the comment was made. Oh, it's President Trump's fault, and I'm like,
did some more research.
So I told Mahogany about it, and my diva sister said,
I don't think it has nothing to do with Trump. It's just, to me, it's a lot with the story because, first of all, he's mentally imbalanced. I remember there was a story with Eric Gardner. He was outside of a store selling loose cigarettes, and they actually choked him and they killed him. And he did nothing but sell loose cigarettes. So there's a gentleman that killed 20 people in a Walmart, which that could have been any one of us actually, because I'm in Walmart, I don't even know with my kids how many times a week, where they literally know my face and my children's faces, because we come there a lot. We always do. You could buy anything in there. Now, the funny thing, the flip side thing is, they carried this guy out when he was walking, and Eric Gardner, and there's a couple of other brothers that lost their lives, and they had no guns. You feel what I'm saying? And he got like the privilege to walk out and still be tried. You feel what I'm saying? And it's terrible because it was a massacre. That was a massacre.
but he started it in the parking lot. He started shooting in the parking lot, they said.
So this guy already had that premeditated. It was already premeditated. And it's a lot of people out here that is mentally imbalanced and they're running around undiagnosed. You know what I mean? Without taking medication. Fear of going to get it. They don't want to have people tell them, oh, they're crazy, when they know something is wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's better to actually have something done where you could be helped and it could be leveled, opposed to just snapping like that. Because for somebody to think about it like that, I don't know. It's like you saying, Deb, it's like a lot with this story because we don't even know. Was he an employee there? Was he fired?
He was not.
You know?
He was a 21-year-old male from a suburb that was more than 600 miles away. He surrendered to the cops. It's being investigated as a hate crime.
Of course
they said that he was named by one of the store employees. I guess was talking to him, but he said that the 21-year-old was very racist. Was having some issues, as you said, but started shooting in the parking lot, and the youngest victim is a 4-month-old baby.
Oh, God.
They thought that firecrackers were going off, and everybody started dropping to the floor, army crawling on the floor. First they thought it was a joke. Some people thought it was a joke. One guy in the parking lot, he runs in the store, he's in the store, heard shots coming. He pulls out his gun, because he carried, and starts running toward the gunfire to try to help. And they said that the police chief, Greg Allen, said that he did surrender. It did take a lot for him to surrender, but everybody was school shopping.
Yeah.
And they said that 20 people were dead and more than 24 more were injured, and they're just still getting the count. That this was one of the deadliest days in Texas history. They said that 9 people, just a few hours later, 9 people in Dayton, Ohio, had been killed in a separate mass shooting. And this is an epidemic. There's no other way to say it. Like, you wonder what's in someone's mind during these things.
You can never tell what's in a person's mind. You know what I mean? The only thing that you can take is ownership for what you'll do. And you know how you would actually deal with any situation. However, there's so many situations that's happened to brothers and they've been killed and this guy just walks out. I felt a little way about that. You know, how they just took him out and he was cuffed. He didn't have major security around him, nothing. Eric Gardner was selling cigarettes. There's a couple of other things that happened to a couple of other brothers, and these people they killed them, you know. And this guy right here, I mean, when something like that, you talking about 20 people, that's a massacre. Then you talking about the youngest was a newborn. You know, the police should have just went in there shooting to kill, caught him and shot him and killed him.
They said that he surrendered.
I don't know, Kat, you need to air out on this.
Kat, what do you think, honey?
Oh, I didn't know y'all were gonna bring me in for a minute.
Yeah, you have to get
yeah, girl.
But according to what I researched, they were saying because he had an admiration of a white supremacist, and of course they named Trump, they named the KKK, they also named the person that had went in and killed the people at the church as well. They were
in
naming,
South Carolina.
Yes, they were naming different people that he had been following as it relates to these type of hate crimes. But they said he was specifically going that day for Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
That he was going to kill Hispanics on that particular day. My thing is, it's always something mentally ill with someone that wants to take the lives of people for no reason. You just hate people for no reason. But you got people that hate people, but they don't kill them.
Right.
You know. But these particular people, something is broken in order for them to...
It's their moral compass.
Sit around and think about what I'm going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
And you plan out how you're going to go and kill people in a public setting. So they already don't care whether they're going to die or not. They've already made up in their mind that they have nothing to live for. And people that have nothing to live for, you have to be careful. We have to be mindful in the areas that we are around. We have to be careful about things that come out of people's mouth.
Yes.
You know, they'll say things and they'll say, oh, I didn't mean it, or they'll act like they're saying it in a joking manner. I don't think that we should take any of those things lightly at all. If somebody say that they hate black people, if somebody say they hate white people, if somebody say they hate Hispanics or Muslims or anybody of any nationality, then you need to be careful. If it's somebody that's always talking about what they're going to do with guns and you're around them, you need to report it.
You do?
Because this is serious. Now you got to be careful when you're going in a place like Walmart.
I love Walmart.
The gas stations, it's not just Walmart, it's gas stations.
But you know, that was a week prior. A 19-year-old boy there was a garlic festival in California, and he climbed over the fence and just opened fire there. But I was going to say, Kat, that someone had commented that they had read somewhere that this 21-year-old who opened fire in Walmart, that his parents had gotten a divorce and his mother was dating a man who ended up raping her and stuff, and he was a Hispanic man. So that's what triggered it, which I didn't delve far enough into the research to find out, but that's what they said.
But you can't go and kill all
Well, of course you can't. Right.
Just because, but it's a lot of people that do.
Right.
They get angry of situations like that, but there's something already mentally unstable about them anyway.
Yeah.
You know, before that happens. And my thing is, we all have family members, okay? Parents know when their children are unstable, and we ignore it because we love our family. We ignore a lot of stuff. We do. Because we love our family. But it's time for us to stop ignoring everything and acknowledge that there are some serious mental issues that are going on with people that we love and care about.
And our eyes are closed, so open your eyes.
Yeah.
Open your eyes,
Jessie
everybody.
said that she's getting ready to get a gun. This is a friend of mine, like a sister to me. She said, and Jessie is also Hispanic. So she's like really. And Denise, that's my designer from New York. She's like, you know, hey everybody. She says it's BS.
Hey, how y'all doing?
You know, she can make y'all some fire too. I'm telling you, she's really nasty. She's freestyles, Denise. You know, I got you. You know, I got to send you my measurements. But listen to this. You're right what you said. I think a lot of this stuff, I'm not saying, please, but I'm going to say it. I don't have a locked door policy at my house. You know, I feel like with my kids, I need to know everything that's going on with my freaking kids. You feel what I'm saying? Because like my son Shaquan, he used to go in his room a lot with the door closed. Like I used to, you know, I guess he was getting older. He's 25 now. So when he was younger, he used to be like, you know, to him drawn to himself. He's a loner still. He doesn't do it much now, but you know, when he was younger, he did. I don't know if it was like whatever, but at the end of the day, I still checked him. Right. Make sure he was okay. Why is the door closed? I have an open door policy in my home. I make sure, because I want to make sure everything is straight, and I want my kids to always be able to come to me. So that's why if I have my door closed, it's either I'm either changing or, you know, I'm changing. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So we as parents, we have to notice the signs. That's like somebody saying, oh, I didn't know Timmy was like that. You didn't know? He's your son.
Because a lot of people don't want to know.
You don't want to know. You overlooked it.
Yeah.
You overlooked it. You cannot overlook it.
Because what do most people say about their children? Oh, my child wouldn't.
My child wouldn't do that. That's because most of them know. I say that as a parent. I know I would never say what they will and won't do. That's what I won't say. But what I will say is I know what my child will or won't do. Does that sound a little crazy to you? I won't say what they will or won't do.
What they will or won't do.
Will or won't do. Because you never know if something happens, whatever is the spur of the moment, whatever.
It could happen.
It could happen. However, but I know what my child will do and what they won't do. That's like me. If I snap, people will be like, that's not really mahogany. Like, she's a little firecracker, but that's not really her to do. But you don't know that. You don't know that. So, you know, I think it's kind of contradicting, but it's really not.
You don't really know a person.
You don't really know a person.
You don't know what's in their mind.
But with your kids, you should know what's going on with your babies. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting everything, you know, a lot of kids, no matter the nationality, they're raising their freaking selves. A lot of them are raising themselves. You know, I show my kids love and respect and all of that. We do things as a family because I want to tell my kids about life and to raise my kids properly. You shouldn't have to be a mother to my child when I'm here.
Right.
You shouldn't be a mother to my child. You can be an active mother as an auntie. You see, you going the wrong way, you know, I'm going to pull you back.
Right.
But you shouldn't be chastising my child when I am very well aware of doing it and able. So that's where a lot of stuff come into me.
Well, the thing is, Mahogany and Kat, like, people see things going on and they just don't want to get involved. And, like, so many things can be avoided, you know, and if you know something's wrong, when you know something's wrong or it's off, say something.
Yes.
Like, perfect example, this is nowhere near the, you know, travesty of all this, but, you know, what happened to me Friday, like, my car was broken into. And everything was stolen out of it. And I'm talking my families and have their pictures, like I can't get any of this stuff back. And, you know, it's very obvious, I'm sure, somebody trying to get into a car, like it's in a parking deck, public parking deck, Atlantic Station. My stuff was taken, I can never get it back. And then it pops in my mind, oh my God, this was in my bag, or this was in my bag. I mean, say something. If something looks wrong, call attention to it or
That's
something.
right, that's correct.
You know, like just kind of distract some. Like there's always a way to do something. And I understand people don't want to get involved, but you know, you can get involved without necessarily being directly involved.
Because people don't put themselves in other people's shoes.
That's right.
Everybody is self-lovers of themselves. And so because they're self-lovers of themselves, they don't think about the next person until it happens to them. It's, you know, I hear a lot of people that say, you know, I don't want to get involved. But then when something happens to them,
they're like, why wasn't anybody involved?
Somebody didn't say anything, you know. So the thing about it is, we all have to get involved in whatever we see that's going on. Like we were saying earlier, if we see a child in the car, we need to go and contact somebody to get them out of that car.
But you know, I understand when people are, of course it doesn't make it right, but you know how people are like, well, if there's a child or whatever, if I think it's a child, like what if it's a doll and I thought it was a baby, and what if I bust their window and then I end up getting sued? That's why the Good Samaritan law is so important. And again, in my last research, Georgia didn't have a Good Samaritan law. Florida does, I think Tennessee. We need that law here because a lot of times people don't want to get involved because of the repercussions. But guess what? You know, what if you think, well, I think it might be a baby, but it could be a baby doll, and you don't know? Take a chance.
They do have some realistic baby dolls, because I have
yes,
a friend that has one for
do.
a baby.
I would call 911
I'm calling somebody.
Exactly.
I'm not going to just leave because the thought of, I have London, my grandson, he's so yummy. He's 1.
Oh.
I could not imagine. First of all, I had things to do because I'm building my brand, so I couldn't watch my grandson, you know, while my daughter works. However, I never had any of my children in daycare. I refuse to have done that because I'm a hands-on mom. You know, I quit my job because I worked corporate with Chiana because I didn't want nobody. And she was, from birth, she cried a lot. So I was just scared if somebody hurt my baby. You know, maybe they might not be, even though teachers or whatever, they might not be skilled to watch my baby. But we as people, we have to lead by example because I'm telling you, when I tell you that freaking stuff scared me about this kid at Walmart, 21 years old, because I'm like, yo, Lord, I thank you because I'm in Walmart.
Yeah.
7 days out of the week, I'm there 5 days out of the week.
Yep.
And
I'm serious.
A friend of mine, he's had posted on Facebook that when, you know, he's military and he was stationed over there for years, and he used to go in that Walmart, he said, 6 times a week. You know, and just to think about, you know, it could have been him in that Walmart that could have been a victim of this situation. And it's really sad, and my heart grieves for the families that are dealing with this, and we're praying for all of those families in El Paso that have lost loved ones because of this tragic situation.
That's correct.
But they're looking for the death penalty for this young man, and it's unfortunate that now his parent, his mom, is about to lose her son.
Some kids see so much abuse that it's bottled up. And when it explodes, it comes out terrible. I don't ever want to put my kids in a situation where they feel like they have to be volatile to someone or take their lives. That's hurting me to think about it as a mother, because I love my kids. I worked in the justice system and I seen so much stuff, and I used to tell the guys, listen, I thank God for y'all, because my sons were young at the time, but my nephews are older. And I used to be like, y'all give me the tools to keep setting my nephews and my sons straight. Because some of y'all could have been them. They could have been y'all. But sports saved them. I had good parents. We're all connected. Sports saved my nephews, and it's just that, like, we all got to get into it. Like, it's just sad. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Angela. Thank everybody, all the people that, called in, text, whatever, commented. Like, thank you guys. Thank you.
I think that the big thing is, like, people are always like, keep your kids in church. Well, like, that's what I did. I brought Haley and Connor up in church, and Megan, and I think that it's so many times people want to show that they don't have to. They think it's conforming or not wanting to be a follower. But you know what? I'll be a follower all day of Jesus, and that's what I am. Amen. And that's our protection. But the thing is, it's just a tragic situation all around. And, we're one. We have to act like it. Like, open your eyes, help each other out. Like, and people say, well, I wasn't involved. Like, if somebody's breaking into a car or bullying somebody or hurting someone, and you're like, you're walking by. You may not see it, but you know what's going on, or you know what's going to go on, and you weren't involved. Well, you can't say, well, I wasn't involved. Guess what? If you know about it, you let it happen, you're involved.
And don't be afraid to be a village to raise a child, because it takes us all to help. Because if you see a troubled teen or someone that's going through something, and you got that, you feel it, you feel that vibe, like, ooh, something is not right, but you don't never not say nothing. Because you could be saving them from doing something that is terrible. Look what this guy just did.
Saved so many people. You
could have saved the life, and then you never know how this kid could have opened up. And it would be very sad to find out that he reached out to someone to tell them he was going through stuff,
they didn't want to
and
get
nobody
involved.
listened.
Yeah. It was a situation at the Perimeter Mall, and in the back hallways, just, people that work in the mall can go back there. I was going back to my car, and a young man was back there fussing this young lady out to the point where she was crying. They went through the side because it's different. It's like a little maze back there, and you can go into little cuts. Well, I walked past them, but then I hear a boom, and I hear her hollering and crying and saying, I'm sorry. Now, part of me didn't know whether to go back and put myself in jeopardy, because I don't know what this boy had. So I didn't go back. But what I did do was, as soon as I got outside, I called security.
Good, and that's what you should have done.
And I told security where they were located.
And that's helping. Like, if you don't want to get involved, just get someone else involved. Alert someone. You could save somebody's life. And like I brought my kids up knowing, you could be the only Jesus somebody ever sees.
Yep, that's what my sister just said. Tavy she said, you got to keep them covered under the blood of Jesus.
Amen. Hey, Tavy.
Hey,
all right, guys, that's our show for today.
Hi.
Thank y'all so much for joining.
Yes.
And please join us next week, because we got something awesome that we're not going to tell about. Interesting topics. You got a present. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? So thank you. Share, tell everyone about us.
Yes.
And we're out. See you next week.
Oh, and remember, Talk Show Kings comes
up
right
at 6:30.
Yep.
Watch our brothers.
Yes.
Okay, see you next week.
Bye, y'all. See you next week.
Me. Nice. Get it. Okay, boss up in here. Take me out. Okay. VIP is where you find me. Hat to my nose, so you know I'm low key. High as a star, crew standing on the bar.
TV 1061, conceptualizing your ideas across the world and beyond.